Most founders build their apps completely blind. They skip research, they have no idea if they have any competitors, and if the solution they're trying to build is what the market wants. Today, I will show you the exact prompt flow that I use to validate ideas, find competitors, and get the insights to turn our idea into ideation. If you follow the sequence, you'll not just be ready to start building, but actually building something that the users want. So the first thing that we have to do is actually let ChatGPT knows what our idea actually is. You can give just a brief description, what do you have, what is the idea, what is the problem you're trying to solve, and who you're trying to help. This is the first step to give context to ChatGPT to help us not just do a broad research from competitors, but competitors that are really focused on the solution we are also trying to build. For this first step, you don't need to use thinking on your ChatGPT. Just use Auto, and 5.1 will be able to understand your idea and create a pretty good context of what it is. Now that we have our context into ChatGPT, just make sure that everything looks good and ChatGPT really got what you're trying to build. If you forgot something, if that is something that you want to add, do it before the next step. For this next step, we are going to use deep research. The goal of this step is to find our 10 top competitors and analyze the basic information. Again, we are trying to give more context to ChatGPT so it knows what we want to do in the next steps. This step is not just to find the exactly competitors that you have for a SaaS or for the digital product, but also to find if there is any type of agency or professionals that solve the same problem that you are trying to solve. So here you customize to your own market, but the goal is just to find the main information from these competitors. So we want for information, we want their name, website, description, estimate revenue, number of users, and also the main differentiator. These are usually on their landing page. So with the website, ChatGPT will be able to scrape everything that we need. And also having their websites will be helpful for us to go to the next step. This can take some time and it will depend on your market and what you actually want. Usually, when you're doing deep research, ChatGPT will follow with a couple of questions to actually focus on what you actually need. This will be custom to your market and your idea. So that is not actually a prompt for this. Just answer the questions as ChatGPT is asking you. After answering the questions, you will see that ChatGPT will start the research. This can take some time and is exactly why we are using ChatGPT for this. We don't want to go every single page or use Google to find competitors and build our own table. If ChatGPT can do this for us. Now that we have our research done, we can actually see how much time was saved by using ChatGPT. Here on this example, yes, it took 13 minutes, but it found 24 sources, but it had to do 122 searches to find these sources. If we were doing manually using Google and copying and pasting something into Google Docs, it will take hours, if not days. But if we open here, we will be able to see everything that we asked for. We have the names, we have the websites, the description, the estimated revenue, estimated number of users, and the main differentiator. This is, of course, if you're trying to build something and turning something into actual business, I highly recommend you to read the every single step of the research. So you don't just grab the final summary of the research, but through the steps, you can remind of something that you saw in the research and apply it to the business. Something that is pretty interesting from the research is that we can actually see the sources. And if we find something, a competitor or something that we found interesting, we don't need to go and do our own search. We can just come here, see the citations, and actually go directly to the website to have more information about what we want. Now, in this next step, we're actually starting to do the analysis that we really want to start building our businesses, or to find what features we want to build, what do we need to build, what the market wants, and what are the must-haves from our solution or from our market. So in this prompt, what we want is to take all the information from all the competitors and analyze where they converge. What are the things that all of them are doing? What are the things that they are focusing? If one or two have the same feature as their core, so we know what are the must-haves for our product or service, and what are the features that everyone is building that we can do something different or actually build something better. For this step, I will actually force ChatGPT to use thinking, because if I already have the context, it will try to do as fast as possible, but we don't want this. We want to go and actually analyze the context that we have for our deep research and provide us with the best response. Now, if we read the response from ChatGPT, we'll see that we have a pretty good understanding of what our competitors are doing and what they are doing that are similar from each other. And we can see even more. We can see here the features that we are actually need to build. So sometimes when you're building something, you go just from your idea. If you're not in the industry that you want to build the app or the solution, you might let something pass. You'll be building something that you don't truly understand, but you find an opportunity into the industry. With this, you can see what you need to build. What are the core features that everyone is building? So if it's something that you don't have, the users will probably not choose you. They will not go from one of these competitors to your app. So here we can see all the must-haves for application for our SaaS. Here we can see the business, the more business-focused information that they are, the pricing models and the strategy. One thing that a lot of people, a lot of founders don't understand from the beginning is that the business model can make it or break it your application. Some industries are more focused on paying annually. Some are more focusing to paying a one-time payment or a lifetime deal. With this, you will know what the competitors are doing. Here we see that most um, our competitors that are SaaS, they are doing the what everyone is doing. So we have the monthly and annually subscription, but we also have the annual contracts. Okay, we have per project, we have a free trials. So this is something that if you are not funded, if you're using AI, I do not recommend using free trials. But we have the information here that our competitors are doing. Some of them they probably have some funding, or they started without a free tier and they implemented once they have already have cash flow. Here we have the actual business models of each one of those. So we have the vertical normal B2B SaaS, we have vertical SaaS, the marketplace lead gen, and we also have embedded financial operations. So we have not just what do we actually want to build, but we have some things that they are actually adding to their solution, so people can buy. So you pay one monthly subscription, but inside app you can buy other services or other products. Here we also have the position and messaging. Again, the response can be different for depending on the market that you are and the idea that you have. Maybe your market doesn't even have 10 competitors, or your idea is so new and so raw that you don't have any competition in the market done. If you're actually creating a market, you probably have way less information. If it is something that he has, it's a very traditional market, and then you have a lot of information on the web, you'll probably have more in this response. Okay, here we have a summary of what we should be building in our apps that we can't forget. Now, this next step that we are doing is finding the any bad reviews for these competitors. This can work depending again on the industry that you are and the size of your competition. Some markets don't actually, it's not really easy to find these bad reviews. So you'll be facing some troubles, or even you will not have like proper information about bad reviews from these competitors. But we are doing this right now, so let's give it a try. For this, we will again be using a deep research because we want to find the actual bad reviews from real users. We don't want ChatGPT to just hallucinate and grab something from a blog post or something that is not actually related to our competitors. So we are doing the deep research with some very focused bullet points. Again, don't need to actually worry about the prompts. Don't need to zone this video. I will leave everything in the description. So yeah, so let's just click here and give it a go. Again, as usual, when you do a deeper research in ChatGPT, most times it will follow with questions. So again, depending on your market, on your idea, and what are the actual context that you build in all this process, you can answer the questions from ChatGPT as it is. Okay, now we have here our research. We see here that we have 107 searches with 37 sources. We can see here how big it is and that we have everything that we need. These will take probably days again to have all this research, do these research manually. We would have to go to G2, Capterra, and other websites, find, do the research for each one of the competitors, grab all the bad reviews, and then copy into document and analyze everything. ChatGPT is doing everything for us. So if we open here, we can see that we have everything for Autodesk, missing or underdeveloped features. We have performance and accessibility issues. We have for Procore and all the other competitors that we have from the first research. That's why it is important to build context and follow the steps, because if we didn't have the list of competitors before, we will not be able to just go and ask for bad reviews. This is very important. It's a very important part, because here is where you will find, first we found what we have to build that everyone is building, and here is where we will be able to find what is that everyone is doing wrong, that we can build better, can build better solutions for this. Again, if you are actually thinking about building a business from this app, from this digital product, I highly recommend you to go and read one by one, read everything. So not just you can understand what is happening here, but through the process, when you're building the front end, the back end, or when you are building your marketing strategy, you will remember this and you'll be able to use these insights that you had while reading to build something better. If we scroll down here, we see that we have everything that we need to go to the next step. The next step is just actually asking ChatGPT to build a proper analysis for us. So this is where we'll grab all the information, the context that we have for our solution, for the problem, then the must-haves of our industry, and the bad reviews, and we will gather everything together into just one analysis. We will be using again thinking, because we have so much context here that is better for to have a better response. Use thinking because we don't want just a high level analysis. We are just using very few bullet points, but we want these bullet points to be properly filled with all the information, all the context that we already have. Now we have everything that we need in this one analysis. Okay, first ChatGPT returned to me the context of our product. So we have the context of the product and the context of our entire analysis. Here we have the must-have features based on all the competitors that we asked to do the research. We have the weak points based on the negative reviews. We have here what we can build to differentiate ourselves from the competitors. We have also our pricing strategy, again, based on the research from our competitors. And we have here a summary of the recommended list of features. The must have for the MVPs. We have the should have, that is like for a V1, once that is the idea is validated with real users. And we also have the nice to have. Nice to have are the features that we are probably going on a V2. We already have some users, we already validated the idea, we already know that it will be financially um, good for us, good for to invest in. Here, just telling us what it can do for us. But what we will do now is we're going to ask for a brief description, maybe a three paragraph stops, so we can grab and add to ScopesFlow. ScopesFlow is a tool where you can visualize, you can build the scopes visually. So it will be easier to understand the pages that we have to build, the features that we have to build. And with this, we'll also be creating the context of the actual application. Here we have the context for the idea, the problem, and the solution. There we will have the context for the application. So then we can ask to build the prompts for us to add to Lovable or Cursor or whatever the AI tool that we want to use. So the prompt is very simple because we already have a lot of context and a lot of information about what we want to build, what we have to build for the product. So I'll be using thinking because I want something that is, again, we have so many information that we don't want ChatGPT to start hallucinating. So we want first to think about what they have to build, what they have to write as a response, and then actually do it. Now that we have the description of a product, it's a very, very big description, but it's fine. So we just need to copy this, go to scopesflow.com, dashboard. Here we have our text area. Just paste here and ask ScopesFlow to build the scope for us. Our idea, our scope now is ready for us to go and check and see everything that is happening here. So here, like I said, we have a better understanding of how the app should look like, what are the pages, the features, how the scope is visually seen in here. First thing that we can do is just ask to rearrange the nodes. So this will be just give a better visualization for us. What I usually go directly to focus mode so I can focus on the feature or the page that I want. If I click here, everything else goes, it has more opacity, and I can see the actual things that are connected to this. So if we see here, we have our project workspace and management feature. Greens are feature, blue are the pages, purple are our APIs. The orange are just assets, and black ones are the ones that are our prompt. Okay, I will show you here in a minute how to build a prompt. So let's say that we are clicking here, we have the admin dashboard, and we have all these features connected, we have other pages connected. We want to build a prompt for this. We can come here to generate the prompt, ask to generate a prompt, and it will do it for us. Okay, take a couple of minutes because it will take the entire context of your scope in here. It will take everything that is connected to this page, and then it will do the prompt for us. You can also come here and ask to change things. So you can ask to change the API that you're using. You can ask to change add more pages, remove some pages. With the wizard, what the wizard do is just answer a question about the scope. So here, once you have connected your GitHub, once you already have started your app, building the app, you can come here and ask questions about the scope, about your application. The other model that we have is the actual prompt builder. So you can just ask to build the prompts for you. So instead of come here and ask for specific pages, you can ask what you want. Hey, I'm stuck in here and I need a prompt for this. It will analyze your scope, it will analyze what you have done already in your GitHub repository, and it will give you a prompt to build in Lovable or Cursor or whatever you are building with. So we see here that we have already our prompt. So if we click here, we can see the prompt that it built for us with the implementation for the UI and UX. We have the actual elements of this page, and we have here database schema. We have everything that is connected, the APIs endpoints needed for our CRUD. So everything that you need is actually in here for this prompt for this specific page. Okay, we can close here, we can come here, we can go to user flows and see the user flows of our project. In this case, we have with directly invitation, we have access via email, we have the client link for the reviews, and we have the admin portal. The admin portal is more for the admin of the actual app. And what we can do here is come to build sequence, and using the build sequence, you can build the sequence of prompts of your app. You'll be able to find here everything that you need from the first prompt to the final prompt of your application. This connected to your GitHub will be your guide from start to end of your prompt building. So here we have our first prompt. The first prompt is the foundation of our app. So if you're using a product development, an AI tool development tool like Lovable, this is a very important part because it's again talking about context. It will not just build the first pages and features of your app, but it will give context of what you need. So when the AI go into the history, it will find this prompt and it will know the actual foundation of your app. What are the pages that you need, the features that you need, the APIs that you are using, everything that you need will be in here, including the UI and UX of your project and every connections. So we have the pages connected, we have the features connected, the APIs connected, we have everything in here. Now, in less than 1 hour, you have your not just your a better idea of you are trying to solve, but you also have now competitor analysis, what you have to build, what are the must-haves, the nice to have, and everything with proper data. You're not guessing. You're using the market information, what is actually currently happening today, what people are using to solve the problem that you're using, that you are trying to build the solution for. So in just less than 1 hour, you'll be able to build something that will save you weeks in development. So if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe and give a like. I will bring you more videos like this. They're not just helping building the product, but helping you plan and build the ideation of the projects to build something that's not just an app that you will give up in the future, but is a proper business. I will leave the document with all these prompts in the description below. So make sure to go and check it out. If you used, make sure to go to my social media and let me know if you like the prompts, if they were useful for you. Thanks for staying with me until now, and see you in the next one.